Let's take a look at Shake It Up. Now, Shake It Up is a Disney Channel original series that ran from 2010 till 2013. It ran for 3 seasons, and it basically follows the life of 2 teenage girls, Rocky and Cece. They're best friends, and they grew up loving dancing their entire life. Then they hear about this local teen dancing show called Shake It Up Chicago. Then they audition, and they make it onto the show. And then we have Ant, which is a Disney Channel original series that ran from 2011 till 2014. It ran for 3 seasons, and it's basically about a musically gifted child who gets accepted into this advanced natural talents program where she gets to harness her musical abilities in hopes of one day becoming a famous musician. And then we have Jessie, which is a Disney Channel original series that ran from 2011 till 2015. It ran for 4 seasons, and it's basically about a girl from Texas who moves to New York City in hopes of making it big. But then she gets sidetracked and winds up becoming the nanny of 4 rich kids. But throughout the duration of the show, she's constantly trying to become famous. And last but not least, we have Austin and Ally. Now, Austin and Ally is a Disney Channel original series that ran from 2011 till 2016. It ran for 4 seasons, and it basically follows the life of an aspiring songwriter named Ally and a confident performer named Austin who steals her song, and it blows up, and he becomes a famous overnight sensation. Then the two work together and make music for Austin. Okay, so now that I've pretty much said the plot of all 4 of these shows, it's time to start eliminating. Now, in my opinion, 3 of these shows have pretty big issues that are pretty hard to ignore, and then one of these shows is actually pretty decent. But before I get to the decent one, we're going to eliminate the ones with the big issues. And the first show we're going to eliminate is none other than Jessie. Now, I'm eliminating Jessie simply because stereotypes are not funny. And 2 of these other shows have really big issues, but I can overlook them and still enjoy the show. With Jessie, I can't do that because it's everywhere. The stereotyping is everywhere and everything. Now, the next show I want to eliminate is Ant Farm. Now, Ant Farm has a very bizarre style of comedy. Everything is rooted in complete randomness, which just creates a very bizarre atmosphere. But once you get past the bizarre atmosphere and some of the bizarre characters, then you might be able to enjoy the show. Okay, so now we're down to our last 2 shows. And this might come as a surprise to you, but the show that I decide to eliminate is none other than Austin and Ally. Austin and Ally had some pretty sweet moments. However, Austin and Ally is probably the most disgusting show that Disney Channel has ever made. Now, this show is not disgusting in the same way that Victorious is, because Victorious is just dirty joke after dirty joke after dirty joke. Austin and Ally, it's gross out humor. You have people eating worms and crickets, stepping on cockroaches, eating off of their pants. I know people like to eat food while they watch TV, but if you want to watch Austin and Ally, make sure you do not have any food around, because you'll probably throw up watching this stuff on TV. But I will say that this show did tone down its gross out factor as the show progressed. So if you get into the later seasons, it's not as disgusting and you can actually enjoy the show. So now we're left with Shake It Up, which is the winner of round 2 of our Sitcom Smackdown. Now, Shake It Up, in my opinion, is one of the most creative shows that Disney Channel has ever had. Every single episode has a new, unique dance number, and they're also creative and interesting to watch. All of the characters are very original. Where else on TV are you going to see a character like Tinka Hessenheffer, who, by the way, is my favorite character on this show? And Shake It Up as a whole tackled some pretty serious issues like divorce and dyslexia. Who can forget all the times you saw Bella Thorne on TV talking about the time she had dyslexia? Also, this show places a strong emphasis on the importance of friendship, and out of all 4 of these shows that were in round 2 of the Sitcom Smackdown, I found Shake It Up to be the most enjoyable. However, no show is without a flaw, and Shake It Up is no exception. Now, the major issue with Shake It Up is the music. Now, let me explain. Most of the songs on Shake It Up are excellent. For example, we have Our Generation, Roll the Dice, We Right Here, and of course the series theme song. However, I've noticed that a lot of the Shake It Up cast members have songs that are featured on the show, and most of them do a pretty good job at it. Something to Dance For by Zendaya, I'ma Show You How to Do It by Kenton Duty and Adam Irigoyen, and Who Done It by Rashawn Fagan are some of the best songs of the entire show. However, whenever Bella Thorne has one of her songs featured on the show, they're really bad. You probably heard TTYLXOX and thought it was a bad song, but have you heard Ring Ring? It's a song that's featured towards the end of season 3, and oh my gosh, it is just so bad. But anyways, Shake It Up is the winner of round 2 of our Sitcom Smackdown, and because it was the winner, it's ineligible to participate in any future Sitcom Smackdowns that we may have. And thank you so much for watching this video.